Hey guys, this is Sean the Fam, Sean Osborne in Jacksonville, Florida. We are all dealing with this coronavirus problem right now, which has become a major problem for a lot of people. First thing on my mind is the fact that I would go to Walmart and they had no toilet paper. So everybody bought out all the toilet paper, and they can't explain why, but everybody bought out all the toilet paper. And I've watched several videos by Omar Gosh TV, that everybody's buying out all the toilet paper. Now I'm starting to see a few places like Dollar General, Dollar Tree. If you go to Dollar Tree, you might be able to find toilet paper if you go early in the morning. Dollar General, if you go early in the morning. I have a couple of friends that work at Walmart, and they're saying that they stock all the paper products overnight. So if you go when they first open Walmart, if you have one like me that they close at midnight, 8:30, whatever, everybody's changed their hours because of the coronavirus. You have a better chance of being able to find paper towels and toilet paper and whatnot if you go early in the morning, because they're stocking the paper products overnight at Walmart, according to my friends and previous co-workers that now work at Walmart. So I've been hearing a lot of things from a lot of people that I watch on a regular basis. I watch a lot of YouTubers that are living in their van and things like that, which I have a conversion van myself that I plan on building out. I'm getting really close to getting that done. I've been working on it really hard. The situation I'm in right now, I rent from someone who's extremely unfriendly and money grubbing and quite nasty about money, to be totally honest. So I really want to get this conversion van on the road. And I traded a car I had. I used to drive for pizza places for almost 32 years. And then, to make a long story short, my Honda Civic blew up. The engine blew a head gasket or whatever, it just blew up. And so I was stuck in a situation for like 2 months where I had virtually no income. And a friend of mine hooked me up with this woman who wanted to trade my Honda Civic, which she intended to put a new motor in it, or a used motor, whatever, in exchange for her conversion van, Ford E150, that you can stand up in. If you're 6 foot tall, you can mostly stand up in it without hitting your head. So it's a nice van that you could actually live in. And she traded me that van for my Honda that needed a head gasket or engine replacement or something like that. And I've been sitting on this van for a year, and I've had the money many, many times that I could have fixed this darn thing, and I didn't fix it. And the guy that I rent from is becoming such a freaking douchebag about money. Like, every time you turn around, he's jacking up your rent again. So I'm up to almost $700 a month rent I'm paying him to rent the crappiest room in his house. And it's really freaking sad. And I want to get this van fixed and get this thing on the road. I'm just ranting and raving right now. But anyway, with this coronavirus thing that's going on, I've been reaching out to friends and family. Everybody's doing good. Thank God. Most of my family is in Nashville, Tennessee. I live in Jacksonville, Florida. And I'm really happy to report that that pretty much everybody in my family is doing awesome. Most of my friends, a couple of my friends moved out of state, and they're doing really good. The virus rate is really low, I think, compared to other towns and cities and whatnot, considering we have a couple million people, 3 million people or something in Jacksonville. We have like 400 cases or whatever, and they're saying it's essentially a 95% recovery rate. So, yeah, there have been some older people, like 63 plus, that did not recover from the virus. Unfortunately, it's a very scary situation. So, yeah, everybody is terrified, everybody's freaking out. I kind of understand why people are buying up certain things like toilet paper. I don't really understand the toilet paper thing. I might die, but at least I'll be able to wipe my butt. I don't understand that. Most of my friends don't understand that. Why is everybody buying up 24, 36 rolls of toilet paper like there's a hurricane coming down on us? Because, here in Florida, we see lots of hurricanes. So I don't understand what all that crap's about. But, things are starting to get a little bit better. The mayor of Jacksonville, Florida, where I live, has just done a lockdown on us. And he's saying that anybody who's not in an essential job has to stay at home. Those businesses have to shut down. So a lot of businesses have shut down. I'm sure across the country this is the norm. There's a lot of people on unemployment until they can figure out what the hell is going on with this crap. And almost unfortunately, in a way, my job, I build floor and roof trusses for houses. And so when somebody pays $200,000-$300,000 to build a house, they send an order to us. Maybe the builder company sends us an order. They want X number of floor trusses, roof trusses, and whatnot. Well, our job is considered an essential. So we are exempt from the shutdown in this state. Like the same time that the mayor of Jacksonville, Lenny Curry, did this shutdown essentially on the city, or I don't know, the county of Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. The governor, DeSantis, I think his name is, of Florida, did the same essential shutdown. But the good news is anybody who is in a bottling factory, such as, say, Coca-Cola or Pepsi, they're doing bottling, or anyone who's working in a manufacturing plant or facility of any kind, which includes what I do. I'm in manufacturing, so I still have a job, which some of my coworkers are not happy about because they say, oh, I'm going to end up getting sick with this coronavirus because they're forcing me to work and I should be allowed to go home without losing my job. So either you want to work or you don't want to work. Make up my freaking mind. They're taking major steps at my job. They're constantly, every single day, they're sanitizing everything. The time clock, the doors, the restrooms, everything. They're bleaching everything. You walk in there every morning, the whole place reeks of bleach. So they're doing everything they can to try and keep any of us from getting sick. So that sounds like a major positive to me. Big kudos to True House Incorporated, that we build floor trusses, roof trusses for houses, for apartment complexes, and all that. And we have orders that are a backlog. Like we had orders we didn't even finish today. They were supposed to ship out today, and they didn't make it out. And these are houses that are already half built. So I can kind of understand why they're saying, yeah, this is essential. This is an essential business. We're not going to shut down manufacturing. If you work in a manufacturing plant, you're not going to get shut down. So that's a great thing. I mean, I don't have to worry about being unemployed for 3 or 4 weeks, which leads me to another thing. Uh, President Trump, that everyone seems to hate for some reason, which I haven't figured out yet, has passed a $2 trillion bill that law, bill, whatever, that we are all going to get a bailout. So even if you're working or you can't work because your job got shut down, you're going to get before or by the 21st of this month, we're what, the 3rd of April? By the 21st of April, most people, if you filed taxes this year or last year, most people should get, or all people that filed in those times in the last 2 years, should get a $1,200 per single person kickback. So, for instance, I filed my taxes a month and a half ago or something, and I was really surprised I actually got a tax refund for $655, which has never happened in my life. So I essentially saying, okay, my current employer, they withheld too much money, or I wouldn't be getting a $655 tax refund, but I got the refund, and I had it deposited directly into my bank account. And so they are saying that if you had that sort of thing set up, that when this coronavirus relief fund comes through, stimulus package, whatever you want to call it, that it will go directly into that account that you had set up with the IRS. If you did not have an account set up and you had, say, your tax refund check sent to an address, they will send you a check to the address where your refund check went. If you're a couple, say husband and wife, and you file jointly, you should get a 1,200 times 2, so $2,400 stimulus coronavirus package from the government to help you out. If you've been knocked out of work for 2 or 3 or 4 weeks or whatever, you're going to get $1,200 per person. And if you have children, they're giving you an additional $500 per person. So say a family, husband and wife with 3 kids, they're going to get, what, $2,400 plus another $1,500. So if that doesn't help people out, I don't know what does. I know there's a lot of people hating on Trump all the time, but this is the man who's sending this money to you. And some people say, oh, it's just a token, whatever. But, if you got knocked out of work, a lot of us are living a lower middle class lifestyle. And, we're lucky if we're bringing home $350 a week, like myself. I make $300 to $400 a week after tax, after my insurance and everything. That's all I'm making. And some people say, oh, that's great. I can live on less. I've lived on less. I know I can. But, this is good, decent money, so, and it's going to help people out that are in trouble. So we got to keep that in mind. And if you have not filed taxes in the last 2 years, you need to go to irs.gov or the main IRS website, and plug in your current address and say, this is my address. And when they do this stimulus, probably before the 21st of April, they will send you a check. So if you got a tax return sent to your house in a form of a check, they should give you the $1,200 per adult, the extra $500 per child. You should receive that by check. So look for that. I think we're all going to be very happy when we get this stimulus sort of thing from the government. I'm off on a tangent on that. But anyway, I know a lot of people out there are freaking out. everybody's just got to calm down. Uh, Contrary to popular belief, in certain towns and regions, they're doing lockdowns, so they're saying you can only leave your house to do essential business, emergencies, and whatnot. But even in the state of Florida, they're saying, okay, we're keeping all the boat ramps open, all the docks open, all that fueling system for boats, because there's a lot of people that live on boats. And a lot of people don't understand that. There's people that live on houseboats and all that, where their whole life revolves around the water and living on boats, living in docks and whatnot. And they are not disallowing us to go fishing. So in the state of Florida, even with the governor doing uh, this new order and Jacksonville's mayor doing this new order, I had coworkers telling me, "Oh, you can't even go fishing." Well, that's not true. You can go fishing, but they want you to keep this 6 foot distance from other people, social distancing, so we won't spread this coronavirus. And I think we've been very lucky so far, but the people in Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida, um, the cases that are coming up that are saying they're positive for this COVID-19 coronavirus, it's rising. It's going up and up, and it's really scary, and a lot of people are terrified by it. I'm terrified by it. I just found out one of the healthiest guys around used to play for the Jacksonville Jaguars. 47 years old. I'm almost 53. I'll be 53 on the 12th of this month. This 47-year-old, he almost died. Like, he thought, I'm going to die. He was in intensive care ICU for 10 days. And this guy is a big-time athlete. He had no health problems whatsoever. I have no health problems whatsoever. But I'm almost 53, and it kicked this guy's butt. And it's all in the news right now about how the hell this guy went through with this coronavirus. Don't know where he got it, how he got it. I think most of the cases came into Florida after Wuhan, China, where all this stuff supposedly originated, though that's questionable. We had a couple of cases come in through Tampa, and it seems like it spread into Jacksonville from Tampa. That's on the uh, on the west side of Florida, and there was massive amounts of cases coming in through Miami. And Miami is kind of transient, and they have all kinds of people coming from other countries by boat that they don't even catch them coming here illegally. That's been happening for many, many years. So it's a really scary situation, and all I can say is everybody needs to keep faith and do your social distancing. I agree with that. I don't agree with the country or cities or municipalities necessarily locking everybody down, saying you can't work, blah blah blah. I mean, I know right now I can call Outback Steakhouse and have an awesome steakhouse dinner, a steak and potatoes and whatever dinner delivered to me. I'm going to pay big dollar for it, which I did once, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, because I could. But a lot of the restaurants are staying afloat mostly by doing delivery and doing curbside carryout and stuff like that. I don't know how bad it is in other places like Nashville, Tennessee, where I'm from. I've been in Jacksonville, Florida since 2001. So 19 years I've been here. I can't even believe I've been here that long. My brother in Atlanta, Georgia, told me that stuff's rough there. His son that had a full-time job has been laid off because of the coronavirus. And I don't know about other people. Anyone in the medical field probably still has a job, but a lot of other people do not have jobs, unless they're considered essential. So anyway, This is an update on my situation and my thoughts on what's going on in this world, which is a kind of a scary situation. So, anyway, my love goes out to all of my family, all my friends, anybody out there who's suffering and having a tough time. Try and hang in there. The government's trying to help you out. Everybody's trying to help you out. And you'd be surprised the friends that you have when you're in need. So hang in there and have faith. For those of you who have faith in the Lord, have faith in the Lord.